The following video is sponsored by the generous people at TOYHAX.com. TOYHAX is your one-stop shop for sticker sheets for Transformers of all generations, from reproduction labels for the oldest pieces in your collection to upgrade sets for the most recent retail releases. They also make labels for G.I. Joe, figure display backgrounds, and more. TOYHAX.com. Welcome back to SticKit. My name is Kit, and today we'll be taking a look at the TOYHAX labels for Earthrise Slitherfang. This set comes with many non-numbered stickers on 2 sheets and costs $10. $10 seems like a steep price for a measly little Battlemaster, but that pill becomes a lot easier to swallow when you find out this set is meant for not 1, not 2, but 3 little serpents. Joining Slitherfang in this snake squad are his scaly confidants, Sidewinder and Venomax, though for some reason the instructions also call them Nadja, Atrox, and Mamba, respectively. I'll go with the first names. Being a trio of identical robots, their hides have been given a mostly identical treatment, with each Snursen sporting a highly dynamic but slightly different color layout. Slitherfang, the leader of the group, gets a colorful bright green pattern with a colorful hood to boot. The underside of his hood is gold, as is the top of his head, which features some asymmetrical detailing. To show how he's the leader of the bunch, he gets a bright red crystal, or Decepticon symbol if you'd rather, on his neck. Sidewinder's pattern is mostly similar to Slitherfang's, though the sides of his hood are a dark gray, and he gets 2 chevrons instead of 1. His head and hood are the same bright green, and his neck crystal is grayed out. Venomax is identical to Sidewinder in his layout, but his lower chevrons, hood, and head are all a pale lavender. The Snake Squad all feature color-coordinated heartbeat lines on their bellies, though their tails are all identically picked out in purple. I really wish that Slitherfang's pattern was gold to match his head, because it just makes Venomax the odd one out instead of making all 3 snakes unique, and really muddies what could have been an amazing visual identity. Ramp mode doesn't get anything all to itself, but most of the details from Snake mode service it well enough, and I feel they do a good job pulling double duty in the sense that they suit both modes equally as well in vastly different manners. Sadly, there's no getting around the visible snake scalps, which stand out even more here, but the chevron motif does just enough to distract from it, while also reminding me a lot of how the tracks looked in Acceleracers. While it's pretty much a half transformation between ramp and robot modes, TOYHAX's instructions prescribe this to be a gestalt of sorts. The King Snake, or just King. I actually adore this mode quite a lot, and it's how I prefer to display the trio. This is actually what convinced me to use these crystals instead of the Decepticon symbols, as I feel it implies that Slitherfang has some kind of mind control over the other 2 and is able to use them to enhance his own power, or something. I like it when these things add some depth to the characters they augment. Recommending this label set really depends on how enthusiastic you are about Earthrise Slitherfang to begin with. If you're completely over Battlemasters and don't feel like giving them the time of day, this probably ain't for you. I, however, became so charmed with him that I bought 2 extra copies just so I could enjoy this set to the fullest. Even though I feel it has some shortfalls, they're rather minor and don't keep this set from being worthwhile at all. If you liked this video or otherwise found it helpful or informative, then please subscribe for more reviews like this in the future, and feel free to suggest topics for future reviews in the comments. When we return, it's time to see how Sunstreaker's day at the spa went. This has been Kit Katastrophe. Transform and roll out.